Hi everyone, Richard here. I'm glad to be here in front of the camera finally. Normally you see me or you don't see me, you just hear my voice and see my hands. So this is the first time I'm in front of the camera, and I'm glad for your support for all this while. Since day one I joined YouTube, and I happen to have a studio, a lone studio, which I'm thankful for, because it's not easy getting your own place that you can do video. So you can expect more videos from me, since now I've got a bigger setup and with better lighting. There's some lightings here. Okay, and I will do new products, travel, and maybe some reviews, and maybe some storytelling. Who knows? Okay, and now I have a new product here. This is the Osmo Action, and this is a retail unit. I've just updated the firmware. It should have less bugs, but I will try it out, do a few shots, and as well I'll take it on with me to a holiday, and compare it with the GoPro Hero 7 Black. And I do hope you can join me in the video and look at how the comparison is between the two. I am quite interested in this camera because of certain functions, and I will tell you the function after you've seen the unboxing. Okay, this is the Osmo Action, and as you know, this lens cover can be removed, and this is the front display, non-touch screen. So this is the heat sink where the heat comes out from the camera. I think it's a good idea because if you're shooting 4K, it gets very hot. Therefore, having a heat sink to transfer out the heat is a great idea actually. So this cover opens up for the SD card and the USB Type-C charging port there. So it is weather sealed there with the rubber. Okay, and the battery, as you know, you need to push two levers here to pop it up, and there's also a seal. There's nothing else inside. So the battery is 1400 milliampere. Okay, and when you push it back, you gotta make sure these two pops in and locks. Okay, so this is how you have the mic at the side. This is a quick switch button which we can program, and the power on and the recording. So let's power it on and see. So it power on very fast. Let's see what setting we have here. If we push down, these are all the icons: profile, backlights, brightness. This is custom modes where you can set up your profile, your custom profile. Screen lock, so this is to unlock it. And let's see here, these are all the settings. This is up, this auto rotate, so now it's only pointing up, so you can't, you see, it will not turn. So if you put it this way, yep, if you switch it, will it turn? Oh, it's down now.
So if you're mounting it upside down, it should go down. And this is auto. Auto means it should rotate. Yep. So it's both ways. You can see it rotate. Okay. So this is spot metering. This is metering, so you can do the change. Okay. Oh, metering mode. Oh, okay. So now tap to AE lock. So it will not change metering. Okay, so that's done. Let's go back. Turn it off first. And this is voice control. Enable or disable. So I want to switch it on. Take photo. Okay, that's it done there. So this is the quick toggle. If you want to toggle this over, you just hold it and you'll switch to the front camera. So now you see it's front. Okay, so to switch back again, you press the side and it will come back. So the thing is, it will stop recording when you switch over. Okay, so bear that in mind. There's also double tap to switch, I think. Yep. So it's gone to the front. You can see, yep, it's in front. And you double tap again, it comes back to the back screen. Okay, so this is all the menu function. Let's go into what we have here. Okay, we start with voice control. So I'll switch that on. English. Yeah, voice control. Let's see what language you have. Oh, okay, you have English and Chinese. That's all. So, and you have voice command list. Okay, let's look at the command list. So you have start recording. Okay, okay, it goes. Stop recording. Stop recording. Stop recording. Okay, apparently it doesn't like my voice. So let's go back to the command list. You have a start recording, stop recording, stop recording, stop recording. Okay, there, it's got it now. And you have take photo. So you took a photo there. And you have switch screen. Oh, okay, screen switch. Okay, screen switch. Okay, nice sound. Okay, what else they have here? Oh, shut down. Shut down. Hey, there you go. Quite good. I'm quite impressed. And what else we have here? Okay, since that's the setting, we have snapshot video. So okay, for the snapshot button, when you press it, it can go to either the latest settings, video, photo, slow motion. So you can set this manually for this button. So just say example, if I want to, okay, normally if you want to shoot something and you don't want to miss it, maybe you can just set it at burst, right? Burst shots. So now what happened is, okay, you can go there and then you can shut it down first, and then you press this button. and you will do burst, so you'll not miss any image. So it's got three shots there, so you see burst. So basically you can go around pressing this button when you're on some trips and not even start up the whole camera. It will just do the burst shot for you, or video, or any other setting that you have, which I'm very impressed with this function, because it gives the power to the user. Snapshot, so I will keep it at burst, right? Or because if you're doing video, you'll be slower, so you're already prepared that you want to shoot a video. Most likely burst is if you want to grab some quick photos, you don't want to miss it, so you set it up for that. So I'll leave it at burst for my usage. So you have quick switch. So these are all the functions that you can set and turn off. So you, at the moment, default is video HDR, video slow motion, time lapse, and or you can, for photo is photo burst, AB, and then time. So normally quick switch is on the video, so I'll leave it at default at the moment. And you have wireless connection, Wi-Fi frequency, so you can connect this to your phone. Okay, you have 5 gigahertz and 2.4. So remember, if you want to transfer large video files, you should be using 5 gigahertz, or so it's 5.8 here, but your phone must support this. Some phones don't, they are using 2.4, so you have to use the right, if not, you just leave it auto. Okay, and this is fin noise reduction. I will have to test this out whether does that make a lot of difference. This is the audio volume, so medium. I'll keep it at medium then. And face orientated exposure, not sure, I have to test this out. Grid, definitely I will leave the grid on. Anti-flicker, you have 50 Hz and 60 Hz. This is pretty standard. I wish there was more, but and this is the sleep timer. So your screen goes off after 1 minute to save battery. So auto power off is set to 5 minutes, it's the lowest. So you have 5, 10 and 15. And LED, you can off all the LED or leave the fronts only. So I'll leave it at default. Okay, swipe from right, you have some quick controls here. There's manual aperture, ISO, wow, you have ISO setting here, and these are all the ISO setting up to 3200. So this is interesting. So I'll give it on auto, and you can control shutter speed. Wow, this is good. You have up to 8000. Okay, shutter speed, and you can go down to, oh my god, that's very good. It is 120. Wow, okay, impressive. Use of shutter speed, I can foresee we can do more with this, and I'll leave it on auto first. So this is EV compensation, so we can add more or reduce. That is good. This is good. that I have this kind of control. And what's this? Oh, this is for photo. Auto white balance. So you can custom set your white balance. DWAP. This is JPEG format, and you have JPEG plus RAW. Here, we can take 7 photos, and 4:3 same function, so we can go 7 photos for your quick shots. Just say, I'll shut this down, and then I'll launch it, and you take 7 shots for me. Wow, that's good. Burst. Okay, this is bracketing, and this is single, and this is burst, and this is time. Okay, now we're in video. Video, we have HDR, slow motion, and time lapse. So let's go back to video first. And what's the setting for video? Same. Okay, so video. Okay, you see here the RockSteady is blue. That means it's on. If it's white, it's off. So please pay attention to this, especially if you're outdoor under bright sunlight. This you may not see it clearly because it's so bright outdoors. You gotta make sure this is blue. If not, your stabilization is turned off, and a lot of footage will be spoiled by that. Okay, let's go to the settings again for video. So we'll start from 720p. So at 720p you will not get stabilization. So the RockSteady is off, and you're left with 200 and 240 frames per second for 720p. Actually, I find it odd because 720p, this can go up higher, probably 300 something frames per second, because even RockSteady is off for that. So you see 1080p, again 240, no RockSteady, and it can go down all the way to 24 frames per second. But I'll show you, RockSteady is only at 60 frames per second, which is odd. For 1080, they can actually give us 120 frames per second, right? So I find this pretty odd. So at 2.7K, you have 60 frames, but RockSteady is on. So you tell me whether 1080 they can give us 100 or 120. It should be able to, right? So again, down to 24 frames per second, and let's go 2.4K 4:3. I'm not sure who uses this, but again, it's worse. It's only 30 frames per second. So at least this one you get 60. So now you have 4K. Now this is the odd part. That's what I was trying to tell you. Between here and 720p, at 4K you get 60 frames per second with RockSteady. Therefore, you can actually get 300 or 300 something at 720p with RockSteady off. Right, at 1080p I should be able to get at least 120 with RockSteady on. So it doesn't make sense. This is the portion that I find it odd. Maybe a new firmware will be able to give us that function. And again, 4:3, no RockSteady, 30 frames per second. This is actually, they can omit this. This is really, I find it redundant. Okay, so I'll keep it at this setting. That's out. So these are all the settings that we have here, other than your photo, time. Let's look at the time we have here. Okay, 4 seconds, 2 seconds, 0.05 seconds, up to 125 seconds intervals. Okay, so then we have 4:3, which is again a bit redundant for that, and then this is burst mode. Again, we had just now I showed 7 photos per shots. This is bracketing. So bracketing, you have 5 or 2/3 down, 1/3. This is, oh, is this minus or plus? Okay, anyway, so we can do that. And now we go back photo and video again, time lapse. Again, this time lapse video, you can set intervals and duration, 5 minutes to 10 minutes, and this is infinite, right? So if you're doing a sunset, you can actually set maybe an hour if the battery lasts more than that. I'll have to test it out, right? I have to test this out, and it goes up to 4K. You have 4K time lapse. That's good. That is good. Video HDR slow-mo. Let's look at HDR. HDR, there is no 60 frames per second. You're left at 30 frames per second, right? Down to 24 and 1080p. You notice something is missing? The RockSteady is not enabled, or you don't have the option for RockSteady if you are on HDR video, right? So if you're on HDR video, there's no RockSteady. So bear in mind when you're using HDR. So let's go here. So if you need to shoot HDR and you need stabilization, use a gimbal. A gimbal will help you, stabilize the video and get your HDR at the same time. Now you have slow motion video. You're left with 1080p and 720p, 8 times and 4 times. Again, why no 4K? Can it do 4K maybe 4 times? Right? Anyway, that's their setting. So I think we have covered all of this for the menu.
Hi, that was a quick unboxing actually. Actually, the reason why I love this, I would say I would love this because of the HDR video, because this brings the capability of shooting HDR to a small package, and I can do a lot of outdoor scenes, especially evening sunsets and high contrast areas. So this makes it compelling to between this and GoPro, because GoPro only does HDR photo, so this does HDR video. So I need to try this out, especially in static shots, scenery shots. This probably will do much better. So I hope to bring you more videos later. Do subscribe, do follow me more, and share this with your friends. Thank you. Have a nice day.